Yo, please keep it going for Eddie Ortiz!
Oh no, Bruno Mars got fat! You guys give it up for Kiefer! For reminding us that the worst thing about living in Nashville is unwanted live music. Oh man, I didn't know that the Kool-Aid Man came in denim. You guys, let's talk about the elephant-sized comedian in the room. My name's Eddie Ortiz. You guys, I look like this in real life. I feel like there should be like a special permit to have a mammal this large in the house. At least at a minimum, it would unlock a bunch of services that I could really use. Like, how big do you have to be for 3 girls from the zoo in khakis to come over and power wash you? Or is that just for the rhinos? Seriously, and when you have a mammal this big in the house, you have to buy food in 20-pound bags. We all know how freaking expensive food is by the pound at Whole Foods. That's too much. I gotta find like special places to do regular stuff. Like if I wanna get a massage, I gotta find an industrial strength bakery. They just have the right equipment, you know? They have what I need. If I wanna find out how much I weigh, I gotta go down to the meat market and hang on one of those hooks. Then some old guy comes over and starts punching me in the ribs and I'm like, you go get him, Rock. It's true. And seriously, how big do you have to be to get a team of zoologists to scour the earth for a mate? I'm not doing well on Tinder, guys. It turns out females have the ability to compare and contrast. And I try, guys. Stand-up is hard, especially when you're built to sit down. It's true. I was working out the other day, and I made something clap. And for a minute, I was like, oh my God, someone's gonna encourage me. And then I turned around and no one was there. And I was like, my body is encouraging me to die, is what's happening. Yeah, I work out to stay in this shape. In this shape! I look like a turkey leg from the Renaissance Fair. You guys know what I'm talking about, right? I'm brown, I'm crispy, I'm more than likely to be found in some sort of awkward white girl who made a velvet dress out of drapes. She smells like sour milk for some reason. She has like a sex with a LARPer story. I mean, I know I have this beautiful face and this gorgeous hair, but a body that looks like something the cops pulled out of the river. All right, I'll stop being mean to myself. I'm gonna be mean to you guys for a minute. And when I say you guys, I mean white people. White people! And listen, let me help you out for a second. When I say white people, I'm not talking about you guys. I've seen your shoes. I'm talking about rich white people. Is it just me, or does it seem like white people who get murdered have a lot of home videos? Or is Forensic Files just racist? My parents didn't take enough videos of me as a kid to make a decent Dateline episode. Which is the worst, because I've always wanted to be serial killed. I watch a lot of Dateline. Do you guys watch Dateline? You look like you watch Dateline. Are you sure? Because you look like you have 401ks too. Sometimes I hate the Dateline, title, because it gives away the episode. Like the last one I watched was called Murder at Blood Mountain. Blood Mountain! If you went to Blood Mountain and didn't realize you were gonna get murdered, you deserve to be murdered. It's true. You know which one I really like? I love The First 48. Have you guys seen The First 48? Oh, that show's fantastic. Because we have representation. Finally, there's a TV show on TV that represents people of color murdering themselves. Because I'm tired of Dateline. Even Law and Order. Even Law and Order used to be fantastic, and then now it's just kind of sad. You're like, why did I just spend an entire afternoon and $300 on Postmates watching all these people go through some bad shit? You guys, I recently tried to start dating again because I read that manatees were off the endangered list. I just figured it was time, you know? And it's going about as well as you would imagine that your underwear looks like after you eat at Arby's. I just don't know how to date anymore. Like, I took a girl out the other day, and she said she was 21. And I was like, 21? You're 21? I could be your father! If my game was stronger in 10th grade, you know? Like if I knew those Backstreet Boys songs better than I thought I did. You guys, I'm originally from Los Angeles, but I moved to the South about 10 years ago because it turns out I'm a masochist. The thing that I didn't realize that was going to be so difficult was being all of your white friends' only black friend. Especially when you're Mexican. And the thing is I'm not even Mexican! I'm about as Mexican as the tacos at Jack in the Box. Clearly just as high in cholesterol. And a little bit of pot right now, sorry guys. I'm not even one of the ones with the hats and the communism, what are they called? Cubans? No, I'm not one of those. I'm not one of the ones with the fruit and the booty and the dancing, what are they called? Puerto Ricans. No, I'm not one of those. Where do they come from? New York, I think. No, if you want to know where I come from, you gotta watch this beautifully made documentary. It's beautiful. It's on the History Channel. It's called Gangland. Has anyone ever seen Gangland? Yes, both my parents are from El Salvador. Yes, we did start the most violent street gang in America. But I didn't know. I was inside watching Growing Pains. Nobody told me. So then my mom figured it out quick and she swooped us out in the middle of the night. It was exactly like the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. Except it was more like the Fresh Prince of my Tia Sonia's garage. Because that was my kingdom. That was a weird year, guys. I went from a school that only had one white girl. We only had one white girl. And we all knew her because we'd never seen one in the wild before. Her name was Tina. I remember her. She was the only white girl. We moved to a school that only had one Salvadorian kid. We only had one. His name was Edwin. And I remember his name because it was me. It's hard representing an entire race of people. I was like, I've never started a violent street gang before. You guys, I know what you guys are all thinking. Oh my God, I didn't know that girl from the Alabama Shakes did comedy. She's so talented. But my name's Eddie Ortiz. I love you. Good night. But are you ready for your next comedian is the real question.